Good morning and welcome to Beijing. I'm actually on the way to Shanghai, and most of the time I don't talk so much about sales, but I'm actually an engineer by training, so I never got trained in this, but I realized there are a few things you can do to get better, and one of them is practice. It's very loud in the background here, but I figured I wanted to share some tips. So the first one, it's all about reps and numbers. The more you practice, the better you get, of course. So I'm gonna meet up some colleagues there, meet some clients actually, and also discuss how you can get developed at sales and business development. I'm going to jump on the train now, probably share some more experiences with you guys. So follow along if you want to hear some more tips, and maybe I'll record some more on the train. There's a lot of noises in the background. The trains are departing, but it's really impressive. Just the other tip I want to share is, I think sales is about the transfer of enthusiasm. So I think for someone to be convinced in, buying something new, they have to believe in you. So does it sound like you're convinced that what you're offering is, relevant for them? And secondly, I think, do they believe in the organization that you present or represent, if it's a company organization? And of course, what you offer, and are you trustworthy? Of course, there are some hacks you can do, like maybe dressing up like me, but hopefully they just trust you. So those are some tips to make sure you come across as more credible. Then another tip I got, actually, I think it was on my interview actually, I was very enthusiastic talking too much, and I got the question, I think you talk a little bit too much. And I think someone told you have 2 ears and 1 mouth for a reason. You should listen more than you talk. So make sure you listen to the person that you're talking to, understand the situation, and see, is it even relevant what you're offering? And then only then you can sort of talk. And then of course you should be very enthusiastic, but listen first, understand, and then perhaps start talking and sort of pitching them what you want to help them with. Okay, so now the train is rolling. It's pretty good facilities actually in the background. You have a good sink here, restroom, and they offered some coffee, and I got the nice Americano. So one thing I wanted to mention is, people can tell if you're in a bad mood or tired, and of course you want to be energetic, so get a coffee. And of course sleep is very important, but definitely make sure you're not like sleeping in something like this, you're talking. Intonation and how you sound is very important. Another tip I want to share is eat the frog. What does that mean? It means you start with the hardest thing in the morning. Instead of just opening email and doing all the to-dos there, what is most important, what really moves the needle? And it could be, if you're in sales or business development, to reach out to new clients, or maybe write something to sort of generate buzz out there. So you could be writing on LinkedIn, reaching out to those cold prospects you've never talked about, but make sure that you push something out there before you sort of reacting to the inbound. Because your energy goes down in the day, maybe you get tired, lose motivation, but make sure you've started to push things out. So the last tip is actually more of a philosophical thing. It's like you don't rise to your goals, you fall to the level of your system. So the question is, what are your systems? What do you do? Is it, for an example, that every morning when you come in, you push something out, you send to 3 new clients, or write on LinkedIn or something like this? So that every day, basically, if you do that, you can't fail, because the lowest level you accept and set yourself is that. So think about, what's the most important thing for you to do every day? Do you do that? Do you have a system for it? And I think that can be sort of a hack to make sure you ensure success. Just the same way that I get up roughly the same time every day, around 4 or 5, go to the gym, have a healthy breakfast. I'm not fasting like today, and then reach out, then be out there. So those are just some tips I wanted to share on my trip to Shanghai. I will maybe make some vlogs there, we'll see. Let me know if you find this interesting and want to see more. Maybe I do more sort of business and other stuff. So in that case, give me a like, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.